In Python, we have two types of data types. One is mutable data types and another one is immutable data types. So mutable means we can modify the data. Okay, means you can add the data, you can delete the data, you can update already existing data. Okay, this is we call as mutable. Okay, one important question: what is the difference between mutable data types and immutable data types? Okay, mutable means we can modify the data so that we can add the data, we can delete the data, we can update the already existing data. And then immutable means we can't modify the data, means we can't add, we can't delete, we can't update. This is the difference between mutable and immutable. Okay, numbers we discussed, numbers comes under immutable data types. Then strings also comes under immutable data types. But here they will ask you one question. Okay, what it is means. So I have this string. Okay, but when I concatenate s plus is easy. So what I did here, normally immutable means we can't modify the data, right? But here I'm able to add some data to the string. Okay, already existing string, I'm able to add some data. So they will ask you some this question. Yeah, like if I do, like I'm able to, like you told, right? You can't modify the data because string is immutable. But here I'm able to add some other data to the existing string. And they will raise you this question. But what the thing here is, if you do like this, the address is going to be changed. Okay, so this you need to tell. Okay, yes, string is immutable, but if we add, okay, if we add some any other data to the existing string, the address of the variable is going to change. Okay, the address won't be same. That's why we call string as a immutable. You can use to know the address. We are going to use id function, right? After adding the data, you can check. Okay, address going to change here. See, first time what is the address? Just check the last digits 896. And what is after adding some data to the existing string, the address is changed, 888. Means what it is immutable. But if you add any some data means what it's going to happen, it's going to create a new variable with a new address. Okay, that's why we call string as a immutable. Important questions, two important questions I told. What is the difference between mutable and immutable? And one more thing, even if I'm able to add some extra string to the existing string, it's going to work fine. Then how string is immutable? Okay, this is one question. Means here what we need to tell. So the address is going to change. That's why we consider string as immutable. Okay, very important question, guys. Two important questions I told you. Okay, just remember numbers comes under immutable, then strings comes under immutable. Okay, and today we are going to discuss list. I think that's the topic is clear. Strings is clear as of now. Okay, you can practice on that. And today we are going to start with list. Okay, list comes under mutable data types. Remember, list comes under mutable data types. Okay, I am going to tell you the definition. Is list is list is a group of elements that enclosed within square brackets, and it is A order collection of elements. Okay. So what is first? What's meant by list? It is group of elements. Okay, list is nothing but a group of elements. So if we have group of people or group of students, those we are going to consider as a list, and that going to be enclosed within square brackets, and we are going to separate each element by comma. Okay, and your list is an ordered collection of elements. Okay, there will be some order. Okay, means if you like, for example, you inserted some data or you stored one in first position. Okay, then the position won't change. The position should be same. Okay, and if you inserted two in second position, same, that also won't be changed. Okay, so here there will be some proper order and that order won't be changed. Okay, even if you delete that, then order like that last element's going to be moved to first, nothing else. Okay, this is just list definition. List is mutable, right? Means we can modify the data. So first we can go with adding elements. How we can add elements to the list. Okay, we are going to take a new. Okay, so what we told, it is a list of like a group of elements, and that's going to enclose within square brackets, and each element I'm going to separate by comma. So normally if you take a variable, like if I take a number, I can store only one value. But if you want to store multiple values, like group of elements or group of value, then only we are going with the list. Okay, there are some other data types we can go, but first we are going to discuss with the list. So it's going to take group of elements. See, here I took 5 elements as a list. Normally, if we take individual element, there we are going to take 5 variables. But instead of that, we are going to store them in a list. Okay, like group of values I am taking as a list and I am assigning a single value. And if you want to access element by element, okay, so I want to see here also. So we already discussed string index is going to starts with a 0. Same here, list index also going to starts with a 0. Okay, means number 1 in 0th position, number 2 in first position, number 3 in second position. Okay, if I want to get 2, if I want to get number 2, where it is, that is in first position. See, index starts with 0, remember. If I give print 1, see, I got 2. Means here our index going to starts from 0. So we need to count from 0. So our number 2 in first position, because index going to starts from 0. Okay. And if we want to print all elements one by one, we need to go with looping. For I in L, print I. We already discussed for loop and we know how it's going to work. 1 2 3 4 5 means first time I going to take 1, that is going to print it, and second time I going to take 2, it's going to print, like that it's going to work. Okay, and in strings also we have negative indexing. One more important question, what is positive index and what is a negative index? I forgot to explain. The concept is same for strings and list. Just understand the concept. what is positive indexing and what is negative indexing. Positive indexing is nothing but now we did right from left to right, means from 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, that is nothing but positive indexing. In Java or in other languages, we don't have negative indexing. Negative indexing means what we are going to do is we are going to take data from right to left. Okay, from right to left. So for that purpose, we can go with the negative indexing. So why we are going to use negative indexing means to access the elements from right to left. Positive index is used to access the elements from left to right. Negative indexing is used to access the elements from right to left. Okay. So positive indexing is going to starts with 0. Negative indexing is going to starts with -1. So if I use index -1, L index -1, see I got 5. This is negative indexing. If you have a string, same this negative indexing is applicable for strings as well. Python, and if you print string index -1, it's going to give you n. See, it's going to give you n. Okay, negative index is common, like same for list, strings, tuples. Okay, and going on, we can discuss tuples as well. But just remember negative indexing and positive indexing. This is one more important question in interviews. Okay, it is clear, right, how we can access elements from left to right and how we can access elements from right to left. Okay, and one more thing. Here we discussed why like it is unordered, we have indexing and all. Okay, that's fine. Okay, then one more operation is that is nothing but slicing. Okay, remember slicing. What is slicing? One more question. What is slicing? Slicing, okay. What the thing here is, if I want to access the elements in the particular range, okay, I have this list of values. If I want to access 2, 3, 4, see in between, every time we can't do like this, right? To print L index of, we need to check the position, we need to do. That's not a good practice. So if we from a sequence, if you want to access data from this index to that index, there we can go with slicing. So slicing is used to extract subgroup of data or require data from a sequence. So there we can go with the slicing, and slicing going to take two values. First I will explain you two values. Totally it's going to 3, but first we can go with the 2. Okay. For example, I want to print from 2. What is the position of 2? 1. And I want to get 4. What is the position of 4? 3, 1, 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay. So my 4 in third position. Here, what is the drawback is, if you want to get the value in third index as well, if you want to print that as well, you need to increase that index by 1 so that you can get values up to this. Means what is the thing here is, in Python, a slicing or range in already we saw range what it's going to take, it won't include end index. If you want 10 as well, in range we are going to specify 11. Same here as well, it won't include end index. If you want the value in that index end index as well, you need to increment by 1. Okay, just print. See, now I got 2, 3, 4. This is my requirement, right? So 2, 3, 4. What I did here, I specified the start index. 1 is start index, means I want to print 2, 3, 4. That's why I specified my start index as 1, because 2 in first position. Then I want to print 4 also. What is the position of 4? 3. If I need to print 4 as well, that's why I increased that index by 1. 4, like index of 4 is 3. Okay, so I incremented by 1, that is nothing but 4. See guys, so here I'm going to take 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Okay, what is my requirement? I want to print uh, 20 comma 30 comma 40 alone. Okay, I don't want all the elements in the string. I just want three elements. The two, they are in a same order. Okay, so 20th position is 1 and for 40th position is 3. I want to print 40 as well. That's why I'm increasing that index by 1. What is the index of 43? So I'm increasing that by 1 means 4. 1 to 4 means then only you are going to get 20, 30, 40. If you use 3, you are only going to get 20, 30. 2030 because it's like in Python, slicing arrange won't include the end index. Okay, if you want to print the value in that end index, you need to increment that by 1. Okay, same the slicing you can apply for a string. Okay, what it's going to print now, it's going to start from first index. What is the character in first index? Y, because strings index also starts from 0, so y. Okay, and then t we are going to get because it's going to increment by 1, right? And then second position we have 2, y t. Third position, because in Python it won't include the end index, it's going to stop. Okay, it only print y and t for us. See, y t. Okay, this is slicing. Okay, and here we told, right, one more parameter, like one more value slicing going to take. What it is means step size. In range, I explained you why we are going to use step means it's going to skip the elements. So here also we can use step size. If you by default it's going to take step size as 1. That's why that won't skip any elements. If you take step size as 2, it's going to print first element and it's going to skip second element. It's going to print you third element within the range that you specified. So here I specified 1 to 4 means 1, 2, 3, and in that it's going to skip the second element, next print it, and again I like it will print 1, it will skip 1, it will print 1, it will skip 1. This will be the flow. Okay, now if you print, we are going to get 20, 40. Why? Because here you specified step index, step size, right? It's going to skip 30. Normally if you use 1 to 4, you will need to get 20 comma 30 comma 40. But here I used step size as 2. It's going to print first element and it's going to skip second element. Okay. If you include 5, normally if you give 1 to 5 means what you are going to get? You are going to get element in the fourth position also. Fourth position is nothing but 50. Okay, but whenever you use step size as 2, it's going to take 20, it's going to skip 30, it's going to print you 40, and again it will skip 50. Okay, one by one. See, here that skipped 30, 50. And if I want from 0, okay, my start position is 0 and my end position is 5 means it's going to print all the elements, and inside that I'm going to print first element, skip second element, again print third element, skip fourth element. See, 10, 30, 50. Second element is 20, that's skipped. 30 printed. 40 is fourth element, that is skipped. 50 printed. Like that you can specify the step size. So this concept slicing is applicable to the string as well. Okay, same concept. Okay, but be aware, okay, after completion of the class, just practice everything, then only you can understand the slicing concept. This is very important concept. Okay, this is slicing, this is applicable to strings as well. Okay, So what we did with positive indexes. The slicing we did with positive indexes. If you want to do slicing with the negative indexes, okay, so first what I need to do, I want 40 30 20, means in reverse manner if I want. So what is the position of 40 in reverse manner? -1 is 50, -2 is 40. -2 colon up to which I want 20. What is the position of 20? -4. If I need to print to 20 as well, I need to add one more, means -4. This is, then I need to take -5. Okay, -5. So here, whenever you are using negative indexing, here slicing step size is very mandatory. In case of positive indexing, it's going to increment automatically by 1. But in case of negative indexing, what you need to do first, -2, then that should become -3. Then only you can get 30. Then it should become -4. Then only you can get 20. Means what you need to do? You need to add -1. -1 means first time it will be in -2, right? And in second iteration, -1 will be added to the -2, so that it will become -3. And what is the value in -3 position? 30. Then it will print 30. Okay, see, just a second, line 3. Oh, so I need to close that. See, 40 30 20. Okay, in case of positive index here, you no need to specify the step size, because automatically it's going to take 1, and it's going to increment the slicing 1, like if you specified 1 to 5, first time it will take the value from first position, and it will increment that by 1, and then it will take the value from second position, then it will take the value from third position. When in positive indexing, okay, it will automatically increment by 1. But in negative indexing, we need to do what? We need to do first -2 position, then -3, then -4. Means we need to add -1 to the -2, then only that will become -3. Okay, that's why here you need to specify -1. Okay, if you give -2, it's going to skip. It will print 40, and it's going to print skip 30, and it will print 20. See, 30 is skipped. Okay, this is negative indexing. How we can do slicing with negative indexing, how we can do slicing with positive indexing, how we can extract the elements. Okay, I hope